Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Today, I'll show you how ancient Stoic wisdom teaches us to build boundaries so strong that no external force can disturb your inner peace. Most people think boundaries are about controlling others. The Stoics knew better. True boundaries aren't walls you build around others, they're fortresses you build around your own character. When you master this principle, you become untouchable. Epictetus taught his students about the inner citadel, the part of you that remains unconquerable regardless of external circumstances. Your thoughts, your values, your responses, these belong to you alone. When someone disrespects you, they're not actually harming you. They're revealing their own character while testing the strength of your inner fortress. The Stoic doesn't react with anger or desperation. He observes, evaluates, and responds from a place of unshakable self-possession. Ask yourself, is my peace dependent on how others treat me, or does it come from within? Seneca warned against becoming enslaved by our need for approval. When you constantly seek validation from others, you hand them the keys to your emotional state. This is the opposite of Stoic freedom. The ancient philosophers understood something modern people have forgotten: respect that must be earned through people-pleasing isn't respect at all, it's manipulation. Instead, practice what the Stoics called the discipline of desire. Desire only what is within your control. Your character, your choices, your standards. Let others reveal their nature through their actions while you remain centered on your own. Marcus Aurelius didn't rule through force, he led through the magnetic power of his character. True leadership isn't about controlling outcomes or managing people's emotions. It's about being so grounded in your principles that others naturally align with your energy. When you stop trying to convince others to respect you and simply embody respect for yourself, something powerful happens. You become a force of nature, calm, decisive, unshakable. The Stoic leader doesn't argue or explain. He demonstrates. His boundaries aren't threats, they're simply facts about reality. Here's where Stoicism gets radical: true power comes from indifference to things outside your control. This doesn't mean being cold or uncaring. It means being so secure in your own worth that external validation becomes irrelevant. Epictetus was enslaved as a young man, yet he achieved greater freedom than his masters. How? He realized that no one could touch his inner character without his permission. When someone tests your boundaries, they're really asking, how much of your peace depends on my approval? The Stoics' answer is simple: none. The Stoics believed virtue was the only true good. Not pleasure, not approval, not even success, but character. When your sense of worth comes from virtue rather than external validation, you become truly free. This means evaluating every relationship, every interaction, every choice through one lens. Does this align with virtue, or does it compromise my character? Stop rewarding poor treatment with your energy. Stop accepting less than you deserve in the name of being agreeable. The virtuous person doesn't tolerate what degrades virtue, in themselves or others. Remember this Stoic truth: you cannot control how others behave, but you have absolute control over your standards. When you stop negotiating with your own worth, the world stops testing it. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Don't lower yourself to the level of those who disrespect you. Rise above through the practice of virtue. Your boundaries aren't about punishment, they're about protection. Protection of your peace, your energy, and your character. Build your inner citadel strong. Let others reveal their nature while you remain unmoved in yours. The path of the Stoic isn't easy, but it's the only path to true freedom. Start today. Identify one area where you've been compromising your standards for external approval. Draw that line. Hold that boundary. Protect your inner citadel. Remember, you are the emperor of your own mind. Rule it well.